Alright, I got the rest of this flipped over, moved out of the way, stacked up over there. There really wasn't as much garbage on this side as I thought, so I just kind of started a compost pile over here, stacking it up. You know, with compost, I think anything that is in there that you don't want is going to get broken down anyway, as long as my compost pile is going well, which it will. I'm pretty good at composting, so I'm not too worried about that. So what I need to do next is clean all these edges. So there's all these little trees growing up around all these edges, and then there's this big tree that has branches coming down, you know, really low. So all this is gonna have to get cut out and cleaned up. And then this is like, well, that's not, but some of this is cement. So I need to pull out the bits that are cement and then get all this cleaned. Once I cut all these trees out, I'll do this area back here. And then once the edges are done, I can start laying cardboard and building my raised beds. So it's moving right along. This has been covered in snow since the last time I did this, which is why it's taken me so long to do the other side. But I wanted to get this done so that I could, you know, start getting it ready. I mean, pretty soon, hopefully next month, I'm going to be planting baby seedlings out here. So I want to start getting it ready, give the soil time to settle so that I can add more soil if needed, things like that. So I'm going to measure this and start designing. I have all these wood slats that are out here that I can use to build raised beds. So that's the plan. I just need to kind of get that edge work done over there, and then I can start getting the rest of this laid out. Now, as you know from last week's video, the asbestos test came back negative, so I'm also going to be starting on some inside projects. I just really wanted to do this outside project while the weather allowed. There is more snow in the forecast, so there's a chance that, you know, there'll be snow everywhere again. So as much of this as I can get done before then will be really helpful, because even when we go like a week without snow, we've been getting so much snow at a time that it just stays and doesn't melt. There's still some patches of it in the front, but I'm just hoping that I can keep on working on this and get it done. It's dinner time now, so I'm gonna head in, but my plan is to come back out and keep working on this tomorrow and hopefully at least get the cardboard laid, the edges done, maybe a raised bed or two built, maybe 3. I don't know. I'm going to do as much as I can, so we'll see how the weather is. I got these branches and saplings cut out of the way. I still need to get this big branch down, but it's hard to reach, so I'm probably gonna have to bring a ladder or something out here. Also, I realized, because these leaves are actually opening now, this is an elderberry, so not cutting this out. I'm keeping this, and there's, you know, a lot of healthy growth, and it's already budding and leaving out, so this is staying, and I got some free elderberry, so that's fantastic. And it looks like pretty well established too, so I think that's a wonderful addition. I would put it someplace else probably if I could choose to, but I mean, I'm not going to complain. So I brought out a bunch of my cardboard, and I need to flatten it, take off tape, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm just going to start spreading it out, and I have some more. This isn't even all I have because I've been saving it for this purpose. But because I'm gardening in such a small space now, much smaller than I was anticipating, I'm just going to go ahead and put cardboard down everywhere. And then I'm going to build the beds over the cardboard. And then also the pathways between the beds will already have cardboard laid down. And then eventually I can get either wood chips or mulch or maybe even gravel. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm going to get something to cover the pathways in here. So I'm just going to start getting all this cardboard laid down. I do still have more cardboard to lay down, obviously, but I think I'm going to start building beds so that all of this will get kind of held down, won't blow away and get messed up in any weather that we might still be getting this season. So I'm gonna bring all my tools out so that I can have everything that I need out here to start building some beds. I've got one bed going. Nothing's screwed together yet. I've just been getting these pieces put together, and I've got all of the rest of the pieces moved over to this side of the fence so that I can just grab them and go. I forgot to record all this, so I'll start recording it now, but just so you're caught up. Most of the cardboard is laid down. I'm obviously still going to need some along the edge right there and right up against where that compost pile is. But I wanted to go ahead and start building some beds so that this cardboard would be held down. I'm also going to put some of these brambles and some brambles I have out front in the bottom of these beds. And then, yeah, we're just going to go from there and see how it goes. So my batteries all died, as you may have seen in the last clip. So I am headed inside to charge those up. Luckily I have a fast charger, so hopefully I'll be back out here in a half hour or so. I'd like to at least get this bed and this bed done. I'm going to put a bed along here, and this will be the back, so that long piece over there can be the front, and then I'll just need sides for that bed. So I'm hoping that will do it, basically. I obviously am going to need more beds. I also have more wood out front of some wood, not a ton. And then I also have some grow bags and some pots and things like that, and I can use some of this other wood to make smaller, like, end cap beds. I did that at my last place. There's also a lot of branches and things like that that I can use that aren't, like, you know, necessarily solid wood, but it's coming along, and I'll come back out. I'm hoping to get at least the beds that I have the wood for done tonight. All right, I've got 3 raised beds in, which feels really good. And P.S. the mosquitoes here are the size of birds. So that was a fun discovery. And I still have some wood there, and there's still some wood on the other side of the fence for me to bring in. So I'll probably be able to do at least 2 more beds, which I'd probably like to do 3 or 4 more. But, you know, I think some of them will be a different size. I am trimming the wood as needed, but I'm mostly just building them based on the size of wood that I find. These were all free because I'm reusing screws. All this wood was just on the property. I mean, if you want to take my mortgage into account, it wasn't free, but you know, basically it's free. So I'm going to end there for the day. And tomorrow's Monday, but because it's Easter Monday, I think that there is a likelihood that I may not have to work. I'm kind of not sure. But anyway, I'm going to see how the day goes, and hopefully I'll be able to come out here and do some more tomorrow, both time-wise and weather-wise. We were supposed to be getting snow since Friday. Today's Sunday, and haven't gotten any snow. It's actually been quite sunny and nice. So hoping for more of that. There is still snow in the forecast, but you know, it could just pass us by like the weekend snow did, and that would be perfectly wonderful. But I will bring you back out when I start doing more work out here.